Ivan, did you get out of that performance what you were after today?
Yeah, pretty much. See, thought the second half was better than the first. The first was some good things, but some pretty basic errors. And I thought it's a Parramatta's credit. I thought they played well, kicked well. So, made us kind of pay for the errors in terms of possession. So that's a good lesson for us. And the second half, I thought just pretty professional. I'm definitely happy with where we're sitting and how we're positioned going into next week.
Towards the end of the game, there might have been thoughts that you might have taken some guys off. I know you took Nathan off with 5 to go, but it looked like your plan was to leave them out there and have them play, like their intensity was still up all the way to the end. Was that the game plan to get used to finals?
Not necessarily. I maybe have taken a few others off, but I just couldn't because, when Scotty Sorensen went off, that sort of spoiled and there's only 8 interchanges, so you can't take everyone off. So, I thought all the forwards, got the time that we needed. In terms of combinations, it was good. And so even in the wet, so it was pretty sort of grindy type footy tonight. So, as I said, I'm really happy where we are. Very proud of the season we've put together. Number 1 defensive team again, and achieved a mark of less than 12 points a game against again, which I think we're only the 4th team to do it now, and only the 2nd team apart from the Storm when they lost their titles. So I think that's a pretty good achievement, and to be able to back up last year is very proud of that.
I think it was only the 8th time you had your spine together tonight, Ivan, and there were some really good signs there. I mean, that was important that they get that game together.
We probably had a couple of guys who, potentially, could have rested, but the spine weren't one of those, and it was important. I think once the spine's playing, then, all the other combinations sort of feed off that. So, and look, we haven't had, the guys aren't looking tired, and they enjoy playing footy. So, we thought it was important to get everyone another game, and I'm happy with what we got out tonight.
What an amazing performance to come back from that injury with the 2 games he's had. You must be very happy that he's come back and got those under his belt, but what an achievement about his toughness and his drive to do that.
Yeah, it's just amazing. He said straight after he had the surgery this time that it felt better than last time, and we were sort of always hoping he might be able to beat the 6-week mark and maybe get back for this game, just on how quickly he can recover. He ended up doing it a week early, and as you said, not just coming back, but looking like he'd never even been out or injured. It's remarkable. So certainly glad he's on our team.
Seems to bring out not just his skills, but just like the vibrancy out there. Like it just lifts everyone. The way he can influence the team. Yeah,
we've got a few guys a bit like that. I think that's one of the good things about our team. We have players that can bring the best out in other people and bring a certain energy. Like Jerome and Bizzer are 2 that sort of feed off each other, and that's contagious as well. So that's another reason I wanted to play all the boys together. So I think it's not so much about all the individuals, it's how they all fit together. So it's really good to get a couple of games together in the last couple of weeks.
You mentioned Sorensen before, Ivan. Does it look like maybe finals is a tough ask for him? And what was the diagnosis in the arm?
Yeah, I think he's dislocated his wrist. So I don't really know much more than that, other than I can imagine how painful it must be because they couldn't put it back in. So, I don't know much more than that. So, obviously hope for the best there, but I think you're doing it a bit hard at the moment.
You're playing South Sydney. Ivan, what do you make of that? And do you think you'll go in favourites with them, obviously not having their star fullback playing for them?
Oh, yeah, that's for someone else to work out. Look, we've, played South a few times over the last few years, big games too, so it was only a few weeks ago. We know a bit about them and they know a bit about us, and, I think, they're an incredibly dangerous team. Have been, super consistent all year. There's so many threats and good players in their team, so, it's going to be a great challenge. We know how to beat them, but knowing and doing are two different things. So, yeah, we look forward to preparing well and getting into that challenge.
How does it change things for them, Ivan? Do you think they'll be a bit different without Latrell? They probably have to play to different strengths now, or how do you see that?
Yeah, they'll be different. Whenever you lose one of the best players in the game, it's you can't necessarily replace them, man for man, but whoever they bring in will have a different skill set and they might operate differently. Yeah, so but one man never makes a team. So he wasn't playing this time last year either, and they were pretty hard to beat. So yeah, they're going to be like that next week for sure.
What about your bench, mate? You kick out off the bench again this weekend. Is that an experiment, or is that there to stay? How do you see that one playing out?
Yeah, I've been pretty happy how it's gone. I've said earlier that our three back rowers, Capey, Marto and Kicks, they can all do that job. Marto can play either side of the field as well, and Capey can too. So yeah, we might just wait and see who we're playing, circumstances, whatnot. But I think it's a good little contingency to have. Whatever's going to work best for us, what we think.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Warren.